Hello, and welcome to this episode of Seattle at Dawn, a Mage the Ascension chronicle. I am the storyteller, Tim Dahlia. I want to thank you for joining us this day. It is Memorial Day, a American holiday, if anything, but it is a time where we can look at our armed forces and thank them for the sacrifices that they make. My father was in the Navy, so I do understand that there is quite a bit going on there. Obviously, it is a interesting time. This week has been Interesting if you've in the future and you look in the history of Memorial Day 2022 and the week leading up to it. Has nothing to do with any of our military, but it has been a rough week. But that aside, this is where we want to kind of escape from reality, have a little bit of fun, and maybe explore some of our inner workings as players and characters. So, this is a Mage the Ascension Chronicle, as I mentioned earlier. We do stream new episodes on the Dahlia World Garden Twitch channel, where we grow worlds. And that's every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. You can watch our previous and future episodes on the Dahlia World Garden YouTube channel, and the links to those sort of things can be found in the description below. If you do like what we're doing here, if you're one of those people that would be so kind to leave a like, follow, or subscribe, depending on where you're watching this, and we would greatly appreciate that. Without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to past me and introduce you to our mages. We're going to start with Billie.
Hi, I'm Billie. I use they them pronouns. I play Charlie Newell. Charlie is a Verbena and a mushroom wizard, mushroom mage. Charlie's gone through a lot. So yeah, I've got a blank.
Yeah, no worries. We'll fill in those blanks. Trust me. Okay, Cindy, your turn.
I'm Cindy. I use she, her pronouns. I play Inea Blackwell. Inea is a Kha'vadi techno shaman who is also a guardian and has way too many people she's trying to play guardian to. She's feeling a little frazzled lately.
Understood. And Alix.
I'm Alix. I use they, them pronouns. I play Jezzy Spinner. And Jezzy is currently feeling a little bit more confident about who she's meant to be and her place in this new cabal among her new friends. And she's ready to get down to work.
Excellent. Last session, you had a lot of reaffirmation from your friends and colleagues alike.
Yeah, definitely. It was very, very helpful.
That feels good.
It does.
All right. So we've read your tarot so far, and I believe so far you've been doing very... it's been accurate. Windows snapping. There we go. So last session, pardon me, I'm going to really try to organize these windows. There we go. Last session, the Night Hunters, as you've now named yourselves, leapt into action in search of the bridge trolls. The text each of you received from Khan alerted you to that they had a lead on the whereabouts of a streamer known as Jolie Jones, who had recently gone missing after a series of strange episodes on his stream. As you are moving into the city, I do want to know, how have you prepared yourselves? What are you bringing with you? What spells you may have cast that will have a lasting effect?
I think Nay is probably carrying her usual gear, wearing her vest with her cameras. Offering possibilities, that sort of thing. But also, I guess I should probably look at that. She had... Was it a perception spell? She was using... Like that was on her sunglasses? I don't remember what we called that.
Yeah, a lot of mages will work in something like that. Generally, it's just a single sphere level rote.
Yeah, it was for spirit detection.
Okay, so spirit vision.
That's what it was.
Something like that.
As soon as you said that, it clicked. Yes. Yeah, so I think she's probably got that active, in part because she's worried about more owl shards.
And something like that isn't terribly complicated. I'm not going to have you roll for it. It's something that I know that most mages would put up, and Inea is wise enough to do that. So, anything other than spirit that you're looking at? Because you do have technically the ability to perceive correspondence, life, prime, or spirit in a more magical sense.
She is actually looking for anything, any of those things that she can perceive that are active. Kind of in general, she's kind of on super high alert at this point. She's worried about the owl shards primarily, but whatever is making other people prone to their influence, even though they don't have a shard themselves.
Okay. So spirit and prime probably are what you're mostly looking for.
Probably for the most part, yeah. She's looking to make sure that nobody is being unduly influenced around them. And also looking for any indications of clues that might lead her to a source or a cause.
Alrighty.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Jezebel, anything that you are bringing or preparing with?
I know that the last time I spent a lot of time communing with Polaris. So in my pack, the first thing that I'm bringing is offerings for Polaris. I know that he enjoys apples, so I'm gonna have a few of those.
Bring some apple slices in a bag.
Yeah, bring like a happy meal for my spirit guide.
May not just be for him; it could be for yourself too. Who knows?
It could be, and I do plan on bringing other foods as well, just for the sake of preparation, just in case I need to feed someone some doom. I'm also planning on bringing like my pot supplies, because that's how I keep everything chill and how I can channel Chong. So
okay. So
my pot box. Drugs.
So the offerings, drugs, particular
and foods.
Any tactical gear?
Just kidding. I think that it would. I don't know how good I am with these items, but I'm also not gonna come into any gunfight unprepared again. So I'm bringing at least a pocket knife, because I've run into way too many situations where I didn't have a rock to bash someone's head in, and it's just been a lot, you know.
You've got a pocket knife. Inea, you had a taser?
Yes.
Were you bringing that too?
That's in our standard kit now. Yep.
Okay. Charlie.
Well, Charlie's got his usual go bag of herbs and drugs and mushrooms.
Go bag, drugs. Yeah.
As well as his gun.
Got your Glock.
Yep. And would definitely cast thick skin on himself.
Thick skin. Here we go. I will have you roll for that.
All right. That is going to be
So with this,
priority and life.
you're gonna. So when you roll your arete, you would add. I think you have 3 in life, so you would add 3 as a DP mod. The base difficulty is 7, and you do require 4 successes. And this can be done as a ritual, so you could do it over time, but each portion of the ritual takes about 30 minutes, so you have a limited amount of time in the day to do something like this.
Okay.
And of course, you can use specialized instruments or spend quintessence to lower the difficulty.
Yeah, let's at least spend some quintessence.
So I believe you can, with your prime and avatar, you can spend 2 quintessence at a time.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's spend 2.
So that'll lower the difficulty down to 5. The most you can lower the difficulty at any one casting is by 3. So the lowest this is ever going to be is 4.
Okay. Dice. Lots of good dice.
That is good.
Yo, exactly 4.
So you got your 4 successes. So you get the benefits of the thick skin. Which, let me just go over here. You're able to soak aggravated damage. So if somebody throws a fireball at you, you can use your soak dice for that.
Yes. Let's hope that doesn't happen. You know, it's better to, have a gun and not need it, but yeah, it's definitely better to just not need it.
Anything else you'd like to prep with?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. That gives us what we need. So the 3 of you enter the Seattle area. You are looking particularly for the bridge trolls, which are not too difficult to find if you know where to look. And for you, the most likely place to find who you're looking for is Woodland Park. There you are. Move down. Okay. You guys go roaming through the park. A lot of the walkways are filled with various forms of debris from just trash. No one really cleans up the place on a regular basis. lots of tents, RVs in lots of different places. There's been local citizens who have been protesting, but the city hasn't done enough to clean up the area. But this has been a hot spot for that argument of what do we do with displaced people. There is a skate park and sporting fields like softball, soccer, etc. to the east, the northern area, more wooded area in the middle, a lake more to the north, and to the west, a zoo that's still functioning.
And this is where we had our first, like, battle, basically.
Mhm.
Yes, this is where you encountered 4, let's presume, members of Home Guard.
All
Yeah.
of whom were being ridden by owl shards.
Yes.
Yikes. Well, they're just unsavory from top to bottom.
Oh yeah.
So while you're searching through here, go ahead and let's have each of you roll your various types of perception. You can, some of you might do perception and awareness or perception and alertness, whatever you prefer.
Well, my awareness and alertness are equally terrible. So I guess it doesn't matter. Let's see. Perception
Oops.
and awareness. I'm gonna call this.
That's not much in the way of success for a whole lot of dice.
3 successes on difficulty of 6. That's about average there. That many.
Yeah.
A little low, but not too much. 3 successes is good, though. Jezebel.
I got 2.
And Inea looks
Inea
like you
with
got
4.
4.
Mhm.
Or
Okay. Excellent. So, between the 3 of you, you start wandering through the park, looking for sign, looking for Khan or Cinder, Cinder or whoever. And you see little graffitos that look like a kind of a bridge, but it's also the smile of a trollish face. And it kind of reassures you that you're in a good spot. As you're looking around, Inea, you get kind of a sooty sulfur smell from your spiritual perceptions, and it's leading you to the northeast of the park.
okay. I think I'm just going to mention to everybody, hey, I'm getting something nasty from up in that direction over there. I don't.
Mm,
How strong is it?
It's not pervasive. It's not overpowering or anything like that. It's just a trail that kind of leads that direction.
It's reminding me some of the owl shards. I don't know why. I don't remember getting a smell before on them.
Well, if it's reminding you of that, then
Yeah, we should probably go check it out.
Yeah, that's probably the direction we need to go in.
Yes, but I definitely want to prioritize finding Khan and finding out about this streamer.
True.
It's possible that we could wind up going in that direction anyway.
So maybe we should go in that direction with the intent of finding Khan and the rest of the bridge trolls, perhaps. And if we find something that puts Khan in a different area, then maybe let's head there first and then go find the stinky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you guys were going to wander around some more, or?
Trending toward the smell, the northeast, but
Okay.
still looking for Khan and the other trolls.
So you're actively keeping your senses up. You're actively looking, got your heads on a swivel, not trying to be too subtle, but you're doing your thing, walking that direction. It takes you through kind of a guided walking path and through like kind of the sports fields. Charlie, you, as you're going through towards the north, you feel a little creeped out for a moment, and you look around and you see behind you there is a well-dressed black man staring at a cell phone, seemingly really out of place for this park. But he's
How well dressed?
very well dressed. Black suit, black tie, mirror shade glasses.
Okay, if I get closer, do I recognize him?
You do not. He's walking behind you, kind of going the same direction, about 30 yards back.
I'm going to see if I can subtly change directions and see if he continues to follow.
Okay, so the group of you kind of drift off to the left.
Let them know what I see.
Wait. You got
Sirens.
I think I might have a tail.
Well,
you turn your corner, you go down a separate path, and as this gentleman gets to the path, he stops, looks down, just as you look back to see if he's still there. And then he turns his head and keeps walking his direction.
Okay.
Okay, so that was creepy.
and it's convenient that he left as soon as we looked back, but you know,
He may have noticed that you noticed him.
it's very much giving hurting, you know?
Yeah, but at least he didn't continue to follow.
True.
We just need to, be on the lookout for more.
So what did that do
Or
with
in.
the scent that I've been following? Did that divert us from that path, or are we still pretty well in the same?
You can circle back around and pick it up. There's many different winding paths here. They kind of all kind of go to the same multiple locations.
Okay, well, I'm going to kind of lead them back to where I start picking it up again.
The three of you come across and you get to the skate park. And at the skate park, there is a young woman skating fiercely, like professional level, doing stunts that would get her gold medals at the Olympics. All of them incredibly dangerous. There's a moment where she jumps channels, does a flip, puts herself in a crucifix position, upside down, and just before she hits her head on the pavement, she gets the board underneath and finishes the landing. And then she turns and starts boarding your direction, does a kickflip, jumps, grabs the board, and lands right in front of you, Inea, and throws the board down, so it goes, "Ha! Did you see that?"
Wow. That was like, what was it? A fucking Antichrist error? That was sick.
I mean, you gotta give sis her flowers, honestly.
Standing in front of you is this 5'7", lean, pixie-grinned young woman. She has badly dyed blue and purple hair, smeared mascara, torn leggings under her utility kilt. She smells of the streets, and she looks like trouble. Probably the good kind of trouble, though.
My kind of girl.
And nay, you recognize this as Jinx.
Hey, Jinx, we're here looking for Khan.
Thought you were. He had me out here making sure that we keep an eye out for you as well, because I figured you'd be here, and I volunteered because this park is, well, okay, never mind. It's not that good, but there is risk and there's reward, and I'm here for the risk.
The risk is your reward, isn't it?
Well, Our Lady risks benefits us all.
So, can you point me to Khan, or did he leave a message with you?
So you're looking for that the internet guy, Jolie, whatever, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We heard that he was discarded somewhere here in the city. We don't have an exact location, but we're looking. However, he did want me to work with you, see if we could find a way to find that dude even better. And since he's one of our people, we're gonna take care of him.
Discarded?
What do you mean discarded?
Right, like dead or alive.
That's something that happens in Uno.
Or the Mafia.
Who plays Uno? Do you play Uno?
Old people.
Oh, that makes sense. You look like you play Uno.
There's not much to do on the farm, darling. Come winter, we have to entertain ourselves some way, and Cards Against Humanity does not work with my aunt.
Sorry to hear that.
Me too.
Well,
Okay, so Khan sent you to work with us.
yeah. So I have a method of making searches a little more successful. And I just need a little bit of blood from each of you.
What? Like blood brothers? Like you need me to prick my hand?
Oh, I'll prick it for you.
Oh, jeepers. All right, well, here we go. I put out my hand.
He gets a finger.
A singular finger.
That's it. This is what you get.
Pardon for a
Not
moment.
the pointer finger.
Right, the
All of
pointer
your-
finger though.
Oh, do you know how
Yeah.
callous?
Mm.
Do you know how callous this thing is?
I do not know why, but all of your video is frozen.
Oh
All
no.
have very interesting, lovely faces, but
Of course, because they always are, right?
Oh, of course.
I was just
No, it's just the
noticing that
Botox,
none of
Tim.
you.
I've been taking Botox.
I just noticing that none of you were moving, and I'm like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, no, I haven't been able to sit still, so
Right.
And
definitely
let me
not a
see
thing.
if I can fix that.
As
One
much
moment
as I
here.
fidget, good gracious.
Everything's back and easy to fix and post. So there we go. Anyway,
There we go.
so Jinx pulls out 4 small bottles and a pocket knife.
Good girl, you ain't got no safety pins. Gracious.
The knife looks dirty.
You know
She-
what? I'll use my own.
Nay
I'm good.
Nay goes for a pocket and pulls out a large safety pin
Thank you.
and hands it over.
I appreciate it.
You're making this more difficult. Risk is not happy if you play it
Risk
safe.
isn't happy if I don't get fucking tetanus. I think
You
I'll
look like
live
you
with
got
their
the shot.
displeasure. That's not the point at all. Not even a little bit.
So here's the thing: it's a risk giving you our blood.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, is that not risky enough behavior?
Right. Like, I mean, if we're gonna really talk about it, you're getting whole ass strands of DNA, sis. Cheapers.
She mulls it over. She considers it. I mean,
So, and
Sure.
especially for
You're
Charlie,
sure you can't do this with spit, right?
Right.
spit?
Or hair.
Oh, please.
especially for Charlie and Jezzy, who just met you. This is Jinx, by the way. She's
Hi, Jinx.
Hi.
part of Khan's crew.
Yeah, I figured.
And Charlie and Jezzy are part of my crew now. They just met you,
Yeah.
so they're doing a special risk, handing you blood that they don't even know you.
We're doing our part. Lady Risk should be satisfied.
Mm,
I handed it out here because Nay's hand
okay,
was stuck out.
fine.
And if
Here's what we'll do.
Nay knows you and Nay says it's okay, then
She
it's
hands
okay.
each of you one of the small vials.
Mm-hmm.
Give me enough to pour, and a little bit. We'll be good. She takes the dirty knife, pulls up her sleeve, and you see lots of cuts already there. And she digs in a fresh one and just puts it into the vial that she has for herself.
Hmm.
And then she licks the pocket knife and puts it back in the utilikilt.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
Yep.
that's why I'm not using your knife, sweetness. Okay.
You
Yep.
never know. Could be fun.
Just mind, Charlie, do you have a pocket knife of your own?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got this. I'm not
Alright.
using her knife, but I am using her method.
Hmm.
Not on the arm.
He's probably got syringes.
She gets down on her knees. She puts her vial down. She pulls out a couple of things from her utilikilt. Looks like a couple of razor blades, two discarded old syringes, and a baby shoe, and a piece of
Baby
chalk.
shoe?
What's that?
A baby shoe? Like a
Yes.
shoe for a baby?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
And she starts drawing out a kind of makeshift shape of an angel. It's kind of almost looks like a crow, but you can kind of see the flowiness of the robes more so than like what would be the shape. She starts sketching some flames above it, and she takes the needles and throws them down and puts the baby shoe in there, and she takes her blood and she spills some there, and she holds her hand out for your vials.
So I take my knife and I just slash my hand, my left hand specifically. Jezzy's right-handed. I slash my hand, fill up my vial. Well, not fill it up, but put in enough. And then I put my knife away and I hand her the vial.
Thank you, darling.
Of course, love.
Nay is nicking this up here where they would normally do a blood draw.
Okay.
And hands over her vial.
Beautiful. And you, sir?
Here it is.
Thank you.
And then Nay also reaches into her another pocket and pulls some band-aids.
Thank goodness, because I did not bring a first aid kit because reasons, I guess.
Why would you?
I definitely did. I've got quite a first aid kit. After the first time that we went through this, I'm not unprepared.
I don't know why I didn't think of a first aid kit, but here we are. Thank goodness for you guys, honestly.
Yeah.
So I put a Band-Aid on.
From each of the vials, she starts...
This group is so traumatized.
Drawing... adding more details to the drawing with like a dip of her finger into each vial, and she's using the blood to kind of make the flames of this chalk angel more prevalent, and then she corks the blood and pockets those, and she cracks her knuckles and she puts her hands down and begins to chant. You don't understand exactly what she's saying. It almost sounds like gibberish. But there is kind of a flow and a cadence to it. And you can sense the drawing of energies. And in particular, Nay, that smell of hot iron rises up. And you can hear it, almost in Jinx's voice, a smooth yet hungry, otherworldly whisper as she builds a pact between herself and you and the city. And after a couple minutes of this crazy homeless woman chanting over a chalk drawing and discarded pieces of drug paraphernalia and a baby shoe, you can feel the effects kind of kick in. And she stands up, looks at all of you and says, "We're all now bound to the city. Its eyes will see for us. Its will guide us. And we will, in time, find Jolie Jones." And the effect overall is going to mechanically add dice as a modifier to your attempts to search for this gentleman over the coming days.
How long does the effect last?
I rolled this earlier, so it's a different number of, based on the duration, the successes she's gotten, the duration is for a week.
Okay.
And with that, she's like, okay, guys, welcome to the club. Good luck. We're going to find this guy, and we're going to make sure he's in good shape. I don't want any of our people getting hurt. People
Thank
that
you,
are,
Jinx.
from what I understand, from what I heard from the different folks around, he's not doing good.
So what was your lead?
Other people saw him get tossed out of a van, and they took care of him. They helped him for the night, got his name, and then he was gone the next day. They assume he wandered off. He was hardly aware of where he was.
You think maybe he's still in the streets?
That's what we think. I mean, it would be weird for him to be dumped out like that, taken care of by us, and then go back home. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right.
Based on the way he disappeared, I gotta agree. I don't think he feels safe going home.
How long ago was he found?
This was just a week and a half ago.
A week and a half?
But his name is incredibly rememberable. So our guys, when we were fishing for names, that one easily popped up.
That's fair.
Well, let's get to looking.
About where was he dropped originally, and where'd you all last have eyeballs on him?
It was up or down near Capitol Hill. It's a little more city proper than here.
Okay, so now the sulfur smell that I was getting before.
It is clearly emanating from Jinx.
From Jinx. Okay. So it's not the owls. So I'm going to clarify that with y'all. So I thought I was smelling the owls. I was smelling Jinx and her unique brand of what she does.
She just gives you a big grin and then like raises her arm and sniffs her own armpit and like, yeah, all natural.
Not that kind of smell, Jinx. That's a whole other story.
If you say so.
So, if he was last seen around Capitol Hill, and that was about a week ago, when he was picked up in Capitol Hill as well, right? Or like taken care of in Capitol Hill.
Yeah. Some of one of the cities there took him in for the night.
Okay, so it might be, I don't know, I'm just thinking, but it might behoove us to head toward Capitol Hill way and see if maybe we can get a piece of a trail maybe, or start asking around and seeing if anyone has seen him or heard of him or whatever. He's a streamer, so maybe someone recognized him.
I'm going to put a link to his stream in the group chat so that y'all can pull his his little picture, his streamer picture.
Yeah.
Right.
Avatar.
So you can show it around.
Yeah, so we know who we're looking for and they know who we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So each of you have a picture of him on your phone. I have a picture of him for you. Hold on. While you're finishing up your conversation with Jinx, you look around, and that gentleman is still here. He's walking around. He seems to be just walking.
Nay gets her GoPro out.
This is Jolie. Jolie Jones. He streams video games, particularly Star Wars video games.
He's got good taste.
He's a big fan of Knights of the Old Republic and has seemed to taken on the name of one of the characters for his streaming persona.
Nay gets the GoPro fired up and she's pointing it directly, like she's not even like trying to hide it, directly at Mr. Suit.
This guy.
Yeah, it would be the guy. Yes. Senor Suit.
Oh my god, it's modern Morpheus.
Minus the duster. Minus the
Right,
duster.
right. He's giving like black tie in the middle of fucking Woodland Park. Can you imagine black tie in a tent city? Like, I can't.
And have you seen the new Matrix movie?
No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Oh yeah, me too. I thought it was really cool.
I just liked that they were making fun of the studio system the whole time.
Yeah.
So that gentleman
Right.
is walking around and definitely does not fit in. And he is constantly consulting his cell phone.
Senor Suit. Okay, so just a quick question. Would it be ridiculous and unwise to go and ask Senor Suit if he needs directions?
Actually, was Nay's next move.
Because, I
She
mean, if he's looking
sets
at
the
his phone...
GoPro up in her harness where she wears it when it's running. And she just, like, again, not trying to hide it, not trying to be sneaky about it. She just goes marching right over there.
I'm following Nay because I want to know if Mans is unable to use Google Maps or something.
It's his 5G malfunctioning.
He sees you approaching. And he considers for a moment. We see him stop his walk. And then awkwardly turn and walk the opposite direction.
That's what I thought.
I mean, I'm just saying, if he wants to follow us around, we can play a slow game of tag.
Which is he? Where is he heading? Like, does he look like he is determinedly heading in a particular direction, or is he just trying to get away from me?
He is now walking away from you, currently southwest towards the exit of the park.
That's convenient.
See, the thing is, I think that he did exactly what he was supposed to do in letting us know that they're watching.
Oh, I guaranteed that's what they were looking for.
See,
They're looking to let you know.
My only concern about like us go, and it's too late now. We've done it. Is going towards him is letting them know that we got the message.
I mean,
It's true, but quite frankly, if he noticed that you noticed him before, he knew already. But he kept following you.
and honestly, if the message was that they're watching, now at least we can deliver a message of our own that we are too.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your plan here?
All right. Well, I make sure my footage is uploading, and then, you know, how are you feeling, Charlie, about letting that go for the moment? And we see if we can't track down Jolie Jones for now.
Really,
And
Yeah,
then if
I
we,
think that that's the best course of action right now.
okay.
I agree.
I'm concerned. That definitely concerns me, but it
I
just lets me
mean,
know where we're at.
Hmm.
is it ridiculous to think that Senor Suit is potentially a member of Home Guard? Because you know they have their tokens too.
I think
True, but I think that's more likely Men in Black kind of situation.
Ooh, I forgot about that little detail. You're right. How did I forget about that little detail? We were just talking about aliens. She was. Okay,
yeah.
so
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that he's not going to like it when I put his face on my blog and ask if anybody knows him.
Well, it's time to find
I
Jolie.
wouldn't be surprised if you get a lot of hits of people that know him, and they don't even necessarily have to be from this area. I wouldn't be surprised if his face is not only his face, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, but won't it be fun?
It doesn't
This is-
take
this
long
is-
for if you're not pursuing him, he just disappears and walks away.
Now, message received and message sent. Nay is not playing anymore.
Yes.
She's got not any more patience with this garbage.
I mean, ball's in their court now, and we have a streamer to find.
Yep. And
Indeed.
potentially our streamer is actually in physical danger, whereas
Yeah, that's
This
priority
guy?
number one.
Yeah.
With that, Jinx looks at you guys and says, "Well, I guess that's it for me. Good luck. I'm going to go get some ice cream, and then I'm going to drink a fifth of whiskey and see how long it takes before I throw up."
do me a favor somewhere in there and thank Khan for me.
Of course. Oh, that's how I'm going to thank him. I'm going to get to the squat and going to do that right next to his bed.
I'm gonna just let you have fun with that.
Oh, he loves it. Don't worry.
I'm right. Okay.
And she skates
Thank
off.
you, Jinx.
Later, losers.
Bye, Jinx.
Was not going to miss the opportunity to say hijinks.
Yes.
Jinx is she's a little bit of a lot.
A little bit of a lot.
She's
Yes.
a little bit of a lot, but
She is a dedicated follower of Risk
I mean, if nothing else, she's fucking iconic.
with a capital R. Risk.
yeah. Yeah. But she's
I was never a fan, you know.
She's one of Khan's people, and they're all pretty good people. Deep
There
down.
are a lot of positives in there.
Deep down. It takes a little looking to see it, but it's there.
Maybe
I don't
it
play
would be-
Risk. I don't play Stratego.
All right, let's head for Capitol Hill then.
Off we go.
All right. And that concludes the first portion of tonight's episode. I just want to make sure that everybody who's watching has a moment to take a break and maybe get a little bit of a snack, go to the restroom, that sort of thing. But for now, we'll go into our first intermission. Another intermission coming up in about an hour. But this one, we'll give a break of a couple minutes. Yeah, we'll put 2 minutes on the clock, and we'll see you back here in just a bit. So there's a couple locations in Capitol Hill or around Capitol Hill that you've frequented. There's the Volunteer Park. There's, of course, the Liquid Haze. Not too far is also the Harborview Medical Center.
I know somebody there.
So, okay, I know that like HIPAA is a thing, but is it too far-fetched to think that if Jolie was already in physical pain, or if he had been hurt some way, is it too far out of reach to think that maybe he just went to the hospital? Or
It depends on what he thinks is chasing him and where he thinks they are, and I have no idea for sure what he's thinking yet. He'd be the first person that I've been able to locate among these folks. So it's possible, and I think it's worth checking, especially since I know a doc who works there. She knows a little bit about what I do. She might be willing to at least tell me whether he's there.
Has been there.
Or has been there. And if she doesn't know, she might be able to find out.
So I'm thinking
First stop, the
another
hospital?
Yeah.
I think so.
You guys arrive at the hospital. It's a very large facility, part of the University of Washington medical facilities as well. So it's a lot to navigate. If you've ever been to a hospital, it's easy to get lost. Those hallways are like mazes. But
so I am going to text the doc to see if she's in.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to head for the emergency department while I'm waiting on a response. Because that's if he went, that's probably where he started.
What to text to Dr. Ravendor?
Hey, Doc. Don't know if you remember me. Was kind of mixed up with that young psychic a few months ago. Got a friend that's gone missing, checking around the area for different hospitals because he was seen in Capitol Hill. Wondering if you'd be able to tell me whether he was here.
Rejoice. Doesn't take very long, but you do get a response. Yeah, I can look into it. Who am I looking for? Where are you at?
I'm in the ED department of your hospital right now. Here's who I'm looking for. And I send the picture of his icon and say his name's Jolie Jones. At least that's how I know him.
She responds back, see you in 5.
Thanks. Okay, Doc is coming to meet us. Don't know what she's got, if anything.
Okay, so I know that this might be a little out of left field too, but I'm kind of curious. This is a streamer. and I know that he's afraid that he's being searched for right now, but maybe he's still DMing people by chance, do you think?
Yeah, we should definitely check, his online presence and see if he's been there.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking like you guys know Aunt Mabel's assistants. I don't remember their names, but Aunt Mabel's assistants. I know
Holly.
one of Holly. I'm gonna text Holly
Okay.
and ask her if she can double check to see whether or not Jolie has been online at all, and if she can just shoot him a quick DM somewhere and pretend to be a fan or something.
Yeah,
And
easy enough. She was already working on keeping an eye on Lucia.
yeah,
So yeah, she texts back. She's like, "Okay, absolutely, not a problem."
perfect. Thanks, Holly. We want as many eyes on this as possible.
yeah, definitely.
All right. So, as promised, a few minutes later, emerging from the elevator is a relatively tall woman in her early 40s, well dressed, made up well, has a white overcoat, and she walks up and looks at Nay and it's like, just couldn't stay awake, could you?
You know, I tried. Hospitals are not my favorite places, but I just keep coming back.
Well, at least this time you're not bringing in somebody who's broken body.
No, I'm really hoping to not ever repeat that experience again.
Well, if
Also-
you did, we could take care of her. Either way.
These are my friends, Jezzy and Charlie. We're all out looking for my friend here. Were you able to find anything?
She thinks about it. No, not yet. We're still going to look through the records here. Wanted to make sure that you're doing okay. So then your friend is doing okay.
I've been all right. It's been a time, but also, if you're asking about the young lady, so far as I'm aware that I was in with before, so far as I'm aware, she's doing all right. She's not terribly happy with me, but I can't necessarily blame her.
Outpatient care is pretty difficult sometimes, and she was not in a good state. Hopefully, she's doing well. It's been a couple months. I tried looking in on her, but she wouldn't respond to my inquiries.
I get the occasional response. Fairly recently, actually, I had a response, so she's doing all right.
Oh, lovely. She looks at all three of you. She's like, she narrows her eyes. She's like, okay, I think I remember seeing you the other, like a month ago, in the looks around in the theater.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We were all there.
Yeah.
In fact, that was the night we met.
Wow, coincidence. I'm not too thrilled with what's going on in the theater, but that's a different subject. Let me see what I can do. Find your online friend.
Thank you. This is somewhat related to what was going on in the theater that night.
Okay. She's going to go to the back, and she's going to get on the computer there and see what she can figure out.
Thank you. I really appreciate this, Doc.
Now I'm going to put a dice roll for her.
Oh,
Oop.
gee whiz.
That is not good.
No.
No, not even a little bit.
Should have had Bill roll it.
She's rolling 8 dice. I mean, there's statistically that unfortunately can happen.
Not if Bill's rolling.
She comes back from the back and sees she looks a little disappointed. She's like, couldn't find anything on the name. I put in a description as best I could based on the picture. Even ran it through an algorithm to see if it matched up with anything that we've had come in recently. And no, he hasn't been here. Or if he has, he slipped through somehow. But I can't imagine that. These systems are pretty sophisticated.
Well, I mean, that tells us something. I mean, he hasn't been here. Maybe he went somewhere else or he's still out there somewhere. I appreciate it. You've at least narrowed down. But could you keep an eye out for the next, little while for me?
I'll let some of the nurses know that this is a person of interest.
I really, really appreciate it.
Don't worry. They're used to doing things like this for me.
Would you mind if I run into this again? Because it seems like it's getting to be normal for me. Would you mind me contacting you about this sort of thing?
I keep my fingers in a lot of different pies.
Thanks. Okay. Appreciate it. Thanks, Doc.
Oh, you're welcome.
Are they cooled pies? Because that just sounds uncomfortable.
They're delicious pies.
I should hope so.
Well, I hope that you get the opportunity to pull your fingers out and taste them now and again.
What? I need to not be saying right now.
That's the goal.
Poor Cindy. Cindy's gone.
Done.
Try to keep a straight face, but I couldn't.
If you need
Oh, baby.
anything, obviously, I'm here to help. While I do have the resources here, you know of the other resources.
I may be contacting you about those too, if this doesn't pan out.
Good. I was getting bored beating up a bunch of, well, I'll tell you about it later.
Gotcha. Okay. So take care, Doc. We're gonna go do some more looking around, see what we can turn up. But I'll be in touch.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah.
And that did have an added dice pool for the spell that you guys are a part of.
Oh, okay. So ours affected her
Yes.
search.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
The
That's
effect
where all the dice
that
came from.
Jinx is working with uses entropy for probability.
Nice.
So fun stuff.
Okay.
Now
have a
what?
question. I have
Yes.
a question. So, for Jolie, what if he came to the hospital and then decided not to come in because he was afraid of being tracked? Do you think it's too far-fetched that maybe someone would have seen him around the area before he left, before he got checked in? Maybe on our way out we can ask people?
I think it can't hurt because people do that, but I think we
Yeah.
also need to
We need to keep
Check
going to
with-
the next location too.
Well, I mean, yes, but like I said, it wouldn't hurt to like hit the few people that might be like hanging around smoking or whatever up the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
you know?
Or like a security guard or something.
Right.
I was thinking
Right.
security guard or possibly anyone that camps out in this area.
Yeah, or
Yes.
the valet people too, if this hospital has that for their emergency department, because some of them do.
Okay, so you're just like gonna canvas the area.
Yeah, just like spend a half hour and talk with whoever we can find.
Okay,
Just real quick. Should
as
we
do
should
so.
we
I
split
would
up?
say
Uh-huh.
you can roll either. Well, it'll be investigation for sure as the skill, or the knowledge rather. Depending on how you approach it, it could be manipulation, charisma, wits.
I kind of want to talk to the security guards.
Mhm.
And Jezzy learned how to flirt from Sunny. So it's going to be all charisma.
Okay, yeah, charisma, investigation.
Finding.
Let's see.
Gently.
Yeah, for Charlie, that's going to be perception and investigation.
Charisma. And
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be perception, perception and
investigation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
probably investigation.
Okay, have all of you roll that. Between the three of you, it's split. You would each get a dice pool modifier of 1,
Okay.
Modifier of 1.
so a little extra.
And difficulty is 6, right?
Difficulty is 6.
Beautiful. Roll that beautiful green footage. Lovely. 3 successes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes, 5. I
Wow.
like that.
Iconic. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous.
All right. Total of 10 successes. That's pretty good, especially
Yeah.
in these sort of things. So let's start with Charlie. Who were you talking to?
I was specifically looking for homeless people that live or that camp out around here.
Okay. And you were using perception?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you were speaking to the local homeless and just kind of showing the picture, you get a vibe that a lot of them see it, have difficulty kind of placing the face, like, I'm not sure. And part of them is also very guarded against, trying to give too much information about somebody who they would want to protect. So they're not 100% on board with you. So they're not giving a whole lot. Then Jezebel, who were you looking to?
I was most interested in speaking with the security guards.
Okay.
Just to see whether or not they had seen Jolie around, perhaps.
With your charisma and their memories of the scenario and different people that they do see, they recognize it. They're like, yeah, okay, I think I've seen this kid. I'm not sure if he was here at the hospital, but yeah, I think I saw the guy walking around. He was talking to himself, and he had like his hair wasn't kept, and he definitely wasn't dressed like he was living at home. He looked like he was one of those street people.
How long ago did you see him?
Just like 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay, so that
I think it
narrows
was down near, down near the park, up north of here.
Down near the park, north of here. Okay, I give him a slice of apple. Just one, though. Everything else is for Polaris. He gets
Like-
one piece of an apple. Just one.
Thanks, man. My mom used to pack these in my lunch. These are good.
Oh, yes, they are. They come from our farm. You'll love it.
Oh, you have a farm.
Yeah, I do.
Sweet.
On Vashon Island.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I'll take a look more at these. And nay, you with the most successes. Who are you talking to?
So I was looking at, the ash can up the way from the ED department, the main doors and stuff.
Okay.
Looking at who's hanging out there, because obviously the security guards were handled, and also anybody who looks like they spend a lot of time around the ED entrance. Like they might have noticed anybody hesitating to come in, because it is a thing that people do.
You happen to catch a habitual smoker. She's a nurse. She usually works the early shift. And you show her the picture, and you pick up that she recalls the kid. She sees him about a week and a half ago. He walked by and kind of stood in front of the door while she was out on a smoke break. And then he just kind of moved on.
How did he look? Did he look like he was hurt in any way?
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with some of these people. I mean, his shuffle wasn't as bad as some others, but he definitely seemed to be in not great shape, but he was better than some of the others I've seen.
Okay, fair. What direction did he go? Did you happen to notice?
And we kind of connect everything here, but from what I saw, it looked like he was going north. There's usually some tent cities up that way. Maybe he was going to where he stayed. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Okay, well, I really appreciate you letting me know. Here's my card. Let me know if he shows up again, will you? He's got some people that are really worried about him.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Making a note.
Information. I'm gonna text this to the group chat before we reconvene. All the information that I got, I'm gonna text it to the group chat.
Okay. So all of you on your phones get the notification that the guard seems to remember seeing the guy at Volunteer Park.
Okay, and I'm gonna add, I just spoke with a nurse who thinks she saw him outside the ED about a week and a half ago. He looked like he was thinking about going in and then didn't, but she said it looked like he headed north toward the park, maybe.
I think it's time to reconvene.
Yeah. It sounds to me like our next stop needs to be the park. To check with the
Absolutely.
folks up there.
Okay.
I wonder if Jolie keeps coming back to the hospital and then going back to the park. Because if the nurse told you that she saw him a week and a half ago, and the
you were
security
just
guard
4 or
told
5
me
days
4 or
ago.
5 days ago, what if he's like making a circuit between the park and here?
He might be if like he wants to come get help, but he doesn't
he's
know for sure who to trust.
Right. Okay. This is good. This is good. We can find him.
Yeah, like he goes to the hospital and then chickens out at the last moment and goes and does something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a page set up in Roll 20 that has everybody's tokens for all the characters, most of the characters. It is huge.
He was.
I can only imagine because I am remembering who we played with last year at this time. Oh my God, no, that's been more than a year now.
Yeah.
I feel less bad about not remembering anybody's names now. It's been a year since I had to try and remember them.
Volunteer Park, home of the inspiration behind Black Hole Sun.
Really?
Yes.
That's so
statue
cool.
is the inspiration.
Oh. God, I fucking love this city. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Does it face east, west?
I believe so.
Because that would make it make a lot more sense.
Yeah. I think the sun does go through it at some point. I don't recall if it's. I believe it faces. Based on what I'm seeing there, it's probably facing west.
Well, this picture is taken facing west.
Yeah. So, the park is well-groomed, maintained, has not had the same issues that woodland parks had. Several months ago, there was a art display that was designed to help build awareness and funding for the homeless. There was a art installation that's still in place, done by the popular street artist by the name of the Waymaker.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to have gained quite a bit more popularity, similar to Banksy in his presentation.
Yeah.
There was also a weird mirrored installation that creeped a lot of people out. That was taken down.
But they saw them all when they were up fresh.
Yes. Now that you're here, what would you like to do?
Okay, so yeah, now I think we're looking for the local homeless population.
Harder to do here. They're a little more hidden. They usually congregate closer to the church nearby, but the park still has obviously many people through it.
Right.
And this is where the security guard believes he saw Jolie.
Is there anyone in that church? Like, it's a functioning church, right? Not just a building.
Correct.
Okay. I kind of
feel like we should probably split up and
I agree.
Look around.
I really want to go and see if anyone in the church has seen Jolie by chance.
If he's gotten there for help, maybe.
Maybe so. Exactly. That was my exact thinking. Like, maybe so.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, the people at the church, this is a functioning place. There are services here. Who knows how many times that he's walked past and someone has seen him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
me-
Jezebel, you were going to go to the church?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What were you two doing? Charlie, you first. What are you planning?
I basically just was going to go in a different direction than the other two, and look around, try to find anybody that looks like they're there on a regular basis. People. So when it comes to parks like this, people will sometimes take their lunch breaks and sit in the park, or your classic old man that sits on the park bench, that kind of a situation.
Okay. So you're going to walk around the park and chat people up. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. What were you thinking about, Nay?
Okay, so Nay's got a little bit tighter tie to the homeless groups, even in the area. So in this area, so she's going to concentrate more on those folks, finding them and chatting with them. She knows they wander through the park during the day, picking soda cans out of the trash cans and that sort of thing. So she'll check for them.
Okay.
And check in with them. Especially if she sees familiar faces that she's seen more than a few times. She's gonna, talk with them a little bit and see what they are willing to tell her.
All right. So go ahead and we'll start with Jezebel. We're going to take you all the way over to St. Mark's.
Oh, jeepers. Seen that building. I've seen that building on the freeway. Holy shit. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got so excited. My bad.
What I love is that there is a labyrinth on their floor in the nave. I love that.
Gee whiz.
These are
I wanted
actual
to
pictures.
I wanted to stop and take photos of
Right.
that building. I remember seeing it because of that big circular window.
Mhm.
Holy guacamole. Okay, anyways. Gee whiz.
Yeah, I've done deliveries at the hospital that we were just at.
Really?
So I've been to a bunch of different buildings in that hospital. Yeah, it is a maze.
Gee whiz. This is
I mean, that place it looked like it had like 6 buildings. Yeah, it would be a complete maze.
Right?
Right, and it's right in the middle of the city,
Mhm.
so there's a bunch of other stuff packed right up against
Yeah.
it. It's not it's not its own little separate thing. It's
It's not-
other big stuff right around it. So it's a pain to find parking around it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. That's okay. Dr. Ravendor doesn't have that problem.
He duck.
Okay. So you're here at St. Mark's. What would you like to do, Jezebel?
I'd like to go in and see if I can find either the churchgoers or the pastor or both. I'm not entirely sure which type of church this is, but like a deacon or a bishop or an usher or something. I don't know. I don't know what people have in churches. It's a deacon? Okay. I don't know much about churches. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You
I
were
do my
right.
research, but I don't know either.
It does depend upon the denomination.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. So I'd like to go and find some of the people who work at the church. Like you were saying, like the deacon or maybe a pastor or something, and see if perhaps they've seen Jolie, if they've noticed him walking around the park at all, or if he's even come to the church by chance.
Okay, so you enter the church. It's midday in the middle of the week. It's not busy by any means. They have a couple of tents set up in the parking lot that they've been helping with the rotating tent cities. And they have... That's on the outside. Inside, you find that there's a few people all sitting in the different pews, but near the front is this gentleman. And he's not dressed as if he was like a full-on priest, but he does seem to carry an air of familiarity as he cleans up, starts looking at different papers, and just gets things prepared for the possible next service.
I'm sorry, that picture is killing me. I love it.
Right. Hey, yo, man's look like a thumb with sunglasses, and I'm here for it. Okay, so I'm gonna go and talk to Mr. Thumb, and I'm gonna ask him if he's seen Jolie by chance. I'm gonna get my phone ready.
As you get closer, you get a sense of familiarity from him.
Familiarity. Do I know him? I couldn't possibly, right?
You think back, where would you have seen this guy? And then you realize he was the guy who gave the initial speech
In the
theater. This is Deacon Magnus.
Deacon Magnus.
He's also a very popular music producer.
Okay, that explains that. That explains.
I just stuck a link in the channel.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Yes.
That's why the picture was just. Yeah. I love it. It was killing me, and I love it.
The air of familiarity. That's what it is. Okay, I'm sorry. So I'm going to walk up to Deacon Magnus, and I'm gonna say, "Hi. Sorry, I don't know if you remember me, but my name is Jezebel, and I need your help."
What can I do for you? I mean, I don't recall ever meeting you, but
no,
you
that's
are
fine.
under God's grace here, so let's see what we can do.
I me and two of my friends, we saw you in the theater, and I don't know.
Theater? I haven't played there for years. Must have been a long time ago.
No, I don't think it was there. Anyway,
he adjusts his glasses, and then a bit of a revelative look forms on his face. He's like, "Oh, okay. You may speak freely."
Oh, we're in a bit of a pickle, and we're looking for a streamer who might need some help, and I'm wondering if maybe he's come through here. His name is Jolie Jones, and I show him the picture of Jolie. Have you seen this guy by chance?
He looks at the picture on the phone, and he seems to close his eyes and try to recall the face. Let me pull up Magnus here. I was not expecting Magnus to show up tonight, but
surprise!
That'll be
herding cats.
No, this is great.
I cannot get over the labyrinth. I love it so much.
I'm sorry, churches are architecturally some of the best places in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because my God.
That's why, right there. That's the whole point.
That one right there. That's it. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole point.
I'm kind of here for it.
It's
So
people
Magus.
I'm not so much sometimes.
Yeah. I'm not really
Yeah.
a church type of person, but I appreciate beauty in all its forms, and this is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I want to go take photos here. Or build it in Sims, because I do that too.
Okay, he's gonna do a roll here. See if this jogs his memory.
Gee whiz. Okay.
Should have let Bill roll it.
Yep.
I'm absolutely going to say that every time now.
Let Bill roll all the time. All the time. They've got the kiss of magic, yo.
The deacon searches the depths of his memory. He has a following, but he's also a bit of a celebrity. It's difficult for him to recall every person that he witnesses.
That makes sense.
And one success is not enough for him to recall Jolie.
Let me see here.
He apologizes. I am terribly sorry if you're looking for this gentleman. And if he's in any sort of danger, I hope that he is well and that God is looking over him.
Well, if you happen to see him, do you mind if I give you my phone number? My friends and I really need to find him. We think he's in danger and we think he might be hurt. And the last thing that we want is for him to slip through the cracks when we could have helped him. So if you see him, can you text me, call me, something?
Certainly. I will do what I can.
Thank you so much. And I give him my phone number and a picture of Jolie as well.
Okay. Yeah. He'll take that and he'll make a posting in the church itself, in the common room, for everyone to look at and see if there's like kind of a missing persons.
Okay. So this is inside the church.
Mm-hmm.
There are volunteers working outside of the church as well, right?
Yes.
There are? Is it possible for me to go and speak with them as well?
You and Nay, absolutely, because that's kind of where Nay's territory was going toward.
Yeah, that works. I'm gonna just meet up with Nay.
Certainly. All right, so the two of you, it's just right outside the church. There's, like I said, normally they have an empty parking lot or cars in it, but they've cleared it for some tents. It looks like this is one of the lower weeks where they're not doing a full tent city. It's rotated somewhere else, but they've kept a few things here. Some people may still need. And there's, like I said, there's not a whole lot. There's a little bit of. There's a few people in the tents there.
Okay. I want to tell Nay that, first of all, that Deacon Magnus is the guy who gave the speech in the theater, and that he's working in the church, just in case that's valuable information later on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, small
That's
fucking
good to
world,
know.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Small fucking world.
The Celestial Chorus is a very wide net.
Unfortunately, Deacon Magnus hasn't actually seen Jolie, but he did make a post in the church, so maybe we'll get some hits from that.
It can't hurt.
It can't hurt. The more eyes, the better.
Yeah.
And then, since me and Nay are out by the volunteers,
Mhm.
I'd like to go and speak with the volunteers and see if maybe I can help, while also sort of probing for information if possible.
Okay. Not too many volunteers out here right now. But like there's a couple of families taking up the tents. There's one tent that sitting on a pallet to be raised up from the asphalt, and there's a young girl, roughly 9 years old, sitting there, just kind of playing on a like a DS, not even a Switch, just a DS.
Yo, is she playing Nintendogs? I hope she's playing Nintendogs. She deserves to play Nintendogs. That's the best game ever.
Just found my copy of Nintendogs. Excuse me, my throat's getting me right now. That's better. Okay. She's sitting there. Also sitting in a couple of camping chairs is presumably her mother and father. Both clean, but their clothes are definitely a bit older and not as well kept. And they both are currently looking through their cell phone.
I think I'm gonna go up to the adults, and I'm gonna say, "Hi, excuse me, my name is Jezebel, and I wanted to ask you a couple of questions, if that's okay."
Like for the news?
No, not at all. I don't work with the news. I'm just a farmer, and I'm concerned about a friend of mine. Maybe you've seen him. And I show him a picture of Jolie to see if maybe they've seen him.
Okay. They took a look at the picture and go ahead and let's see, have Jezebel just roll investigation and charisma again.
Okay. Is there the DP mod is 1, right?
Yes.
2 successes.
2 successes. After looking at it a little bit, the gentleman says, nah, I don't think I've seen this guy. I'm sorry.
It's
Is
okay.
He's a friend of yours?
He is. Me and some of my friends are really worried about him. We think that he's been hurt, and there are a lot of people that care about him, ourselves included, and we really want to make sure that he's okay. So if you see him, can you text me or call me? Can I leave you my phone number?
I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know what I can do, but I mean, if I see him, sure, I'll let him know you're looking for him.
No, don't. I mean, I don't want you to tell him that he's being looked for. That's gonna scare him more. He was hurt by people who were looking for him.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's a pretty nasty situation. We're just trying to make sure he gets home safely. That's all.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, give me your number and I'll see what. I mean, I'll keep an eye open and I'll let my wife know.
I appreciate that. And I'm gonna give him my phone number and also send him a picture of Jolie as well, just in case.
All right. Nay, anything you're specifically doing?
I basically exactly that same thing with the other whoever else is in this little bitty tent city.
Okay, yeah, you come across a few people. Some people that are familiar with you as you've gone through and helped. Nothing. No one's like really like forthright. They don't have a whole lot of information on it. But go ahead and roll and see if you get any spectacular successes here.
That would be amazing if I could just see past my. There we go. Oh,
A lot of
Nope.
blue. But 0 successes. You rolled an 8 and a 9, dude. 2 1s kills that.
Yep.
You canvass all the people you can, and you just run into roadblock after roadblock. They either don't know this kid, or they are so suspicious that they just wall up.
So the people who know me haven't seen him, and the people who don't know me don't want to talk about it.
Right.
You know, honestly, it is a little bit shady for random people to be wandering around showing a picture, and I mean, it happens all the time. But it's also like, I don't know.
A little creepy. Right. It is a little creepy.
I can't blame anybody for not wanting to talk about it.
Right.
Indeed. to anybody you could on like the paths.
Yep. Who do I encounter?
There's a gentleman just jogging. He's taking his, normal jog through the park. And there's the water fountain nearby. And it looks like he stops to kind of stretch and get some water.
I try to get his attention and ask him, "Hey,
Hey.
Hi, how's it going? I'm trying to find a friend of mine.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay. What's up?
Do you run here often?
Every day.
Excellent.
Training for a
Like I
marathon.
said, oh, that's awesome. Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking for a friend of mine. I'm afraid that he may have been hurt, and so I heard that he had been seen in this area before, and I was, here, I show him the picture. I was wondering if maybe you had seen him around.
He thinks about it, and he looks at the picture a bit. It's like, I don't know. I mean, get a lot of people out here. I see a lot. Usually I'm focused, got my headphones on, and I'm just running, feeling the burn.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. But, yeah, let me think about it. Go ahead and roll your investigation. And I believe you were doing perception.
Investigate.
Okay, 3 successes.
Right.
Nice. So you're picking up the vibes here that he really doesn't look at people's faces ever, really. It's not his vibe. But your perception roll here is high enough that when you look in his classes, you see somebody familiar in the reflection behind you. And you turn around and it's that gentleman in the black suit with his cell phone again.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna thank the gentleman there for talking to me and let him know that hey, I'm gonna give you my card. If you see something,
Yeah, sure.
if you happen to see him or something, I realize that you're kind of focused on your goals when you're running, and so
Well, no
I won't
worries.
necessarily expect. If you do, yeah,
of course.
please let me know.
If I see him, I'll do what I can. I'll give you a call.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
cool,
you. I appreciate
man.
that.
Good luck with this.
Hey, good luck with your marathon.
Thanks. And very easily just jots off.
I keep my phone out. I had the picture that I was showing him, and I turn and walk just directly towards the bald man with the suit.
Okay.
I'm gonna I want the body language of I'm going to ask him the same kind of questions I was just asking the other person.
All right. You get up to this gentleman. He doesn't move. He just kind of keeps walking a little. Then he turns and looks at you. His eyes hidden behind his shades. No stubble, no facial hair, clean shaven on the head as well.
Ex- excuse me.
Yes,
Are,
may
do
I?
you?
What can I help you out with, sir?
I was wondering if you're in this area often. I'm looking for a friend of mine and wondering if asking people that are around here often if maybe they've seen him.
I don't come here very often. I usually am working. But today, I thought I'd look at the artwork.
But yeah, this is a good place to do that. There's some interesting installations.
I'm curious about some of them. But no, I have not seen your friend.
Okay. Well, I won't keep you, but thanks for your time.
You too.
And I try to like walk or like around him and then continue on.
He
I'm trying to walk
awkwardly
away. I go,
doesn't move. Just kind of watches you as you walk around.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find somebody else to bother.
Okay.
Bother.
Each of you
Really,
do your...
and kind of keeping an eye out over my shoulder for what he's doing.
Yeah, so each of you reach out to the people that you can. You canvass what you think is a good amount of area, and the sun has gone down. It's getting dark. At this point, you've all kind of been texting back and forth and kind of communicating what you've found so far, and you're not coming up with a lot at this point.
Mm-mm.
But as it is getting dark, you guys realize that probably we got more time. We don't necessarily have to find them all in one day. It would be nice if you could, but there are still things that you can do as well. And you collectively decided to take a break and go to the liquid haze.
Time.
Time to regroup.
Yeah, absolutely. And see what we know or what we've found out so far at the very least.
And figure out what the next steps are.
Exactly.
And if we're in Capitol Hill, we should stop by and get a bag of dicks on the way.
I agree. I mean, because we haven't eaten all day.
I've been eating some apples.
Well, I've given out apples, but I haven't eaten any, unfortunately. Those were supposed to be for Polaris.
Billie just delivers that line with a straight ass face.
I could have asked Polaris. I can ask Polaris. He probably doesn't know, but still.
I would imagine, and this is me talking out of character because Nate doesn't know shit about Polaris, but I would imagine Polaris is way more focused on broad picture stuff rather than
an individual streamer, you
yeah,
know?
especially when it's not you. When it's not Jezzy.
Yeah. But
You've gotten the sense that Polaris would love to help as best they can, but there are some things that are just too granular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, okay, so this is like slick table talk, but I'm curious, in your opinion, is it unreasonable to think that even if Polaris doesn't know where Jolie is, maybe he would be able to aid my efforts in finding Jolie?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's part of your practice, and you can use your spheres of magical knowledge in so many different ways.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, perfect. So, all right. Sorry, I'm back in character. My bad.
So you entered the liquid haze. Each of you get your coffee or whatever drink you can from Amnesia. The riddles aren't too difficult this week. You get to your booth. You walk by. There's a middle-aged woman speaking intimately with this young black man wearing very punkish clothes, Misfits patches, skinny puppy on there. Looks a little too clean to be authentic, but he's there. And he's there for this lady. And they're chatting it up at the bar area.
Okay. So wait, the Liquid Haze is in Capitol Hill.
Yes, well, it's near the church and the park, which is Capitol Hill North area.
Got you.
Lake Union, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I look at a lot of maps.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Nay is looking a little dispirited. Leaning toward more frustrated than depressed. You know, she's just like worried about this kid's condition and kind of feeling pressed about it.
Jezzy is, I'm honestly kind of on the opposite side of the spectrum. It's not so much that I'm frustrated as I am hopeful, because we've gotten leads. We have gotten leads and we've planted seeds and we have other eyes looking at this. So I'm kind of thinking that the more we eliminate, the smaller the net gets. And the easier it is for us to find him. So that's kind of where my head is at right now. I also kind of want to shoot a quick text to Holly just to see if she's heard anything. But whenever we're able to do that, I would like to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy enough. Texts go out. You get a response pretty quick. From Holly, she's like, send him a DM. Doesn't look like he's responded yet. So as far as he got.
Have you seen him? Has he... What is the most recent online presence from him that you've seen?
She texts back, it was really weird. It was a really dark video. Didn't really have the normal Star Wars vibe. He felt like he talked about he didn't want to be here anymore. He didn't want to do this anymore. And there was this kind of a violent, it was off camera, but it just kind of went dead after we heard a lightsaber go off, and then like a thump, a drop, and then the camera fell, and we didn't really get to see much. It was kind of blurry.
How long ago was this?
About 2 weeks ago.
Can you send me a link to that video, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you, boo. And as soon as I get it, I text it to the group chat so that way everybody has it and they know what I'm looking at and why I'm going like, what the fuck? Like, there's a lightsaber and a thump. That's really scary. Okay.
They're all like this. Or, well, most of them. Something like that. The dramatic, panicked exit. And then they stop posting videos.
So this is normal. You've seen this before.
Several of them.
Jeez.
You understand why it bothers me, why I'm worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, with this
Yeah.
in combination with everything the hell else, I'm even more worried about Jolie than I was before.
Right, and I'm also a little bit more concerned about putting Lucia in that situation. You know, I mean, she's putting herself in that situation just by having a big, positive online presence. But
That is the thing, is
it,
that even if we don't set up around her, it's possible she could get targeted just the same way that all of these others did. She is definitely
right,
very fluffy bunny, and that's kind of where they were. They were entertainers, they were having fun, they were putting out positivity, and they got squashed, at least from the look of it. But it doesn't look like your usual cyberbullying. You're always going to get the trolls in your comments saying stupid shit just, for the likes. It's not the same. This is not giving into trolls or letting the trolls bully them out of it. This is
well,
something
no, I mean,
else.
people are literally disappearing.
Yeah, people are getting hurt. People are dying. And if
And
they're
if you
not
look,
dying, at the very least, they're not here anymore.
if you look through the commentary on their videos, it's not like trolls zerging them or anything like that. It's the standard stuff that you get all the time. Mostly the good stuff and some of the trolls, and this is something else entirely. Like the threat is coming from elsewhere. I don't know. Their numbers start dropping. The videos start getting, more and more desperate, almost. I don't know if that's the word for all of it, but and then it all ends with something like that one. I'm sorry, I have an eyelash in my eye and it's driving me insane.
Oh.
Uh-oh, did we lose?
They'll be here.
They're trying to come back. I think we have their desktop.
Yep, that's Kim Tae-hyung. Okay, anyways.
Welcome back.
Before so rudely interrupted. And this is why I need to build another computer, good gracious. So I'm thinking that at the very least, in Jolie's case, we have people who have seen him. We have an idea of a potential circuit that he's been walking. We have an idea of where he might be, and we have other people looking for him, and they're in contact with us. So, if nothing else, we have more boots on the ground now than we did when we started. Maybe we can do something to sort of hedge our bets a little. But we're better off now than we were 12 hours ago. So I think that's something to celebrate, at least in a small way.
We have more on him than we have on anybody else right now, so it's a fair point.
It's frustrating, though. I wish that we could have
something. Yeah, it's frustrating coming home empty-handed.
Yeah. If I had anything more to go on, I'd see if my guide could run a hunt with me, but I don't have anything. I don't have a scent. I just have the electronic trail right now. So con and walking around the streets has given me more. And I don't like having to lay a trap for this thing but whatever's going on, I don't even know what it is. It might be related to the owls. It might be something completely different. It just stinks like the owls do.
Lay a trap. You said lay a trap.
Like we talked about with Lucia.
Do you think it's possible for us to lay a trap for Jolie?
The thing about that is he's already spooked. And
yeah. He's going to be hyper vigilant now.
And I think that's half the problem. We've got a lot of boots on the ground now and eyeballs out. But that doesn't mean that, that doesn't get back to him and he doesn't take off for some other part of the city.
So we unintentionally may have done more harm than good.
Maybe. I don't know. It could go the other direction too, because he was always a fairly positive poster, blogger. So maybe he takes it as encouragement that there's somebody out there who gives a shit.
You know what? Fuck it. Why don't we just message him? Like, why not just message him and say, hey, you don't know us, but we really want you to be okay. We're friends and we know that something hurt you and we really want to make sure that you get home.
I did that with most of them after those videos, their last videos were posted, and I started catching on to it. I haven't had any answers.
Yeah, I guess not. Being online is the last thing they want to do after getting their ass beat for it.
Exactly. And if they're like Jolie, they haven't even been home, so they've got no gear. At best, they've got a phone.
That's true. And there's nothing saying that phone is charged in the first place.
Mm-mm. I mean, there's a lot of places around town that'll let you charge, but most places want you to buy something.
Okay.
No, I didn't really think of it until just now, but I see the kind of gear that you have, Nate. Do you have something like a trail cam that we could set up in a spot along that path between the hospital and the park?
Not
I mean, there's got to be a spot to hide it, where somebody wouldn't just steal it.
I got something at home I could do that with. I could go up and get it and set it up.
Okay.
Then we'd literally have an eye there that we can, and I don't know what kind of, if you have, facial recognition software that you can have it watching for a certain thing, or
what I have
or if we just have to go through the footage.
Yeah, what I
either
have
way, it's something
after during video processing is what I have. So it'd be after the fact, but it'd give us something.
And I mean, at the very least, if nothing else, Jolie is a human being. We do know that he has certain needs that are inalienable. So he's got to shit, he's got to pee, he's got to eat, he's got to drink water, right?
Yeah,
people have been seeing him. They've got to.
You're right.
People
we should totally.
Exactly.
He's got to be getting food somewhere, so we should definitely be checking with the shelters in the area and see if he's come through a line, come through a chow line somewhere.
Yeah, or gone to use the toilet in a corner store or something somewhere.
Convenience stores along the route between the hospital and the park and the church.
Maybe if we have the hospital as a place where people have seen him and Volunteer Park is a place where people have seen him, is it possible that he's going between those two places and someplace else by chance? Should we start looking for places that are between those two areas or around those two areas?
Nate dives into her bag and pulls her laptop. And she's gonna start digging in her only quasi-legal taps into public camera feeds that are not even remotely legal.
Okay.
Well, I'm not saying nothing if you don't.
Oh my god, what am I rolling?
This would be intelligence and computer.
Why does it always take me longer to find the options to get this thing set up?
Sometimes, yeah.
It bees like that. It bees like that.
So yeah, this is going to be a difficulty 7 because I mean these things are protected.
Do I get the DP mod?
Yes. For you, this will be a DP bot of 2.
Okay. Here we go. Yes.
5 successes.
Wow.
Let's go.
Yes.
So you use your computer skills. You were able to find a backdoor into the city's security camera system and lay in an algorithm for facial recognition. And you load in the face of Jolie, and you basically set it to wait and alert you if it catches anything.
Okay. And now we gotta
I
wait.
should make a note.
GM is making notes. I'm either terrified or excited.
I was
Wait,
thinking
what
one
kind of
trail
notes, to
cam,
be
and you
honest?
snatched a whole bunch of already there cameras.
Yes. It
Yeah,
just dawned on me
yeah.
I could maybe do that.
We
I'm
love
like, you know
background.
what? Why am I
Yeah.
risking somebody jacking one of my cameras when the city's got a bunch of them out there?
Yeah. Like why risk what you don't have to, you know?
Yep.
Well, it's a different type of risk.
Yes.
That's true.
True.
That's true.
So the three of you here in the liquid haze finish up your drinks or any meal if you had any, and decide that you need to head out.
Mhm.
Regroup. You guys have put together a plan of continued surveillance and searching. And just as the three of you leave the building, there's a gentleman in a tailored suit, bald head,
Mm-mm.
but he's Asian, and he walks up flashing a badge, and he says, "Charlie Newell,
Can I help you?
I'm Special Agent Zhao. I need you to turn around. You're under arrest for the murder of Oliver Green."
What?
Sorry, who?
We'll explain that later. You turn around. Give me your hands. I don't want to make this a scene.
What the fuck?
Charlie, don't say anything to anybody.
Plead the fifth. Plead the
Where
fifth.
are you what station are you taking him to?
And what's your badge number? If
We'll get to
And
that
I
later. This is a federal investigation.
I start my
He's-
GoPro.
immediately.
He indicates for Officer Allen and Officer Lacey to start handcuffing you.
Charlie,
What do you
don't
guys
say
do?
anything to anybody about anything.
Would it be ridiculous to run?
Yes, don't do that.
Would it be?
Please don't do
I
that.
don't.
I mean, because first of all, who the fuck even is Oliver Green? Whoever he is dead, but that's not our problem.
Also, Charlie's been with us all day, so if it happened today...
Charlie's been with us for the past few weeks, as a matter of fact. So if it happened in the past few weeks, that's not accurate.
Charlie also happens to have a unregistered weapon in his bag.
Neither one of us knows that, though. Shit.
What do you guys do?
Fuck, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, like now.
Okay, we will leave it there for next week.
God.
Run, Channel Usain. We finna be on some Olympic athlete shit. It's time to go.
Right, I'm gonna put my head down and just run like Naruto.
Okay. We'll mark that you have decided to not cooperate and flee.
Yo, I'm going with Charlie. Get the fuck out of here. I'm out. Like, I'm out, bro.
Okay.
What even? Who the fuck is Oliver Green? Who even is that? Who is this dude? What, did he get hit with a spaceship? Like, what? Oh my god. And we're just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna have a stroke. Oh my god.
Zhao, Allen, and Lacey. Okay, well.
Boy,
Yes.
how do they know how to make an entrance? Oh my gosh, is that what Senor Suit was following you for?
Nah, I still think he was unrelated. I still in
I
fact,
think it was a Men in Black guy.
I think
I'm
it's
not so sure that this isn't who we're dealing with right here.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm saying, is that it's possible that one of two things. These guys are involved with the Men in Black, and he was going to disappear into a black hole, or these people were called in to mess with Charlie to, lock him down, so that he's where they know they can find him when they decide they want him.
Terrifying on both levels.
Well, it could be that, and then again, it could be. Oh man, I feel like it has to be related to that, but then I also wonder if showing them a picture of Jolie set this off.
Oh wow!
Wonder if Oliver Green is Jolie.
Right. 'Cause
That
we don't fully know Jolie's name.
No, we don't know Jolie's whole story either. Yeah, we know him as a streamer, Jolie Jones. We don't
Right.
know
Then
if
that
his.
doesn't make any sense, because if you were showing the picture to a federal agent and you said that you were looking for him, why would you, as the killer, say, "Hey, I'm looking for this guy," if you killed him? Oh my god, the cops! I swear, every single time, man, every single time.
Oh, this is going to be interesting because
That's what I was
And
thinking
now
the whole
we're
time you're asking
keeping
that.
it.
Why would they do this? Because they're cops.
Yep. Yep.
No, there's not any cop hate here. Not at all. I'm just saying that if there was an investigation into a murder and Charlie happened to pop up as a suspect, they would find him.
They would, for all the wrong reasons. Inefficient.
Well, I don't know. This is the
I was
timing
definitely
is
taking a risk
highly
going up to that
suspect.
guy, but
highly
know.
suspect. Highly suspect. I don't.
It's all a
Nope.
little too convenient, you know?
Yep.
the last time that this happened in a Mage game for me, that character got abducted by the New World Order, and basically that's still not come out.
Yeah,
It's still in that.
God.
I also had that thought, that oh my god, is this the Men in Black trying to take Charlie, like, to Area 51 or whatever.
That was my first thought too.
So
Homie
this'll be
said
interesting.
bald
Yeah.
head and
So-
federal badge, and I was like, my God.
Mhm.
One would imagine, based on Charlie's description of his experience, if they wanted to bring him in, they would have done it back then. But
One would think.
who knows?
One would think, but he's been making inquiries since. So that.
Yes.
And they don't know it, but Nay has their device.
That could also be a problem.
Yes. Boy.
Well, those are
Okay.
all questions to answer later.
Time. Yeah.
Feel to be running
Yeah.
with criminals, y'all.
Yeah, you have a choice. You could get arrested or you could run.
Well, Charlie certainly did.
No
Those were his
guarantee of
options.
success.
Yeah.
As
Hmm.
it stands, I'm not under arrest. I'm just running for the bus stop. That's not their business, though.
Nope. And I'm standing
I
here
don't
with
know
a
these
rolling
people.
camera, uploading footage.
Yep. Which
I
is
just
your
want
right.
Charlie to throw down like a smoke bomb and be like, ninja.
It's
Nope,
funny,
I got a different idea.
I
I'm thinking
came-
shadow
I'm
stepping.
waiting for it. I can't wait.
I came prepared for people to fight. I did not come prepared for badges.
Hey, as Marok Foranok once said, I'm thinking of shadow stepping.
Yeah.
Indeed.